Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome to this weekly forex forecast for dollar, yen, gold, oil, CAD, Australia, New Zealand, euro, and all the currencies in this world that we want to trade for the next week. My name is Ivan Beadle. I'm a forex trader and economist, and I'm here to help you becoming a better forex trader. We are going to go through entries, targets, stop losses, and risks that you might incur in your trading for the next week. I must say, I am happy to have you here today. I'm happy to be together with you this evening. And yeah, if you see this video at another time, please give this a like. Please give this a comment, because I do read every single one of them. So let's jump on and have some fun, people. Boom. Great. Hey, buddy. Hi, Coffee. Raj. Hi, how are you? Please let's go for it. All right. Let's get go, and we're going to go. First of all, I want to say that trading forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Whatever has happened in the past doesn't need to happen in the future, but also, whatever I'm going to say in this video is only for education purposes, not financial advice, and maybe some fun and entertainment as well. So, Hardik is happy today, has already planned for next week. We've already had a mentorship conversation today, so if you want to join that thing, you can join it on ivanfx.com. Where are we now? So, an overall thing in the market, where are we now? So I would look at Euro USD and to see where are we now. So currently we are high. Are we too high? And is this the bottom? Is this where everything is just going to rise? Probably not. Why, you might ask? Well, we haven't reached our target. Our target this month is either 120 or 119. So I'm mostly looking for 120, as it has the most confidence, as it's a round number, and I don't like this. So wink wink, nudge nudge. And if you are thinking this week's take profit, that is the same price. Okay, so monthly and weekly says, yeah, maybe 120. I would say to you today that trading the next week's potential introduction, whatever we call it in English at the moment, of Biden going into the administration, are we going to see any moves in the market? Is that going to affect our decisions? It has already affected our decisions. And in the next heartbeat, I will do gold, no worries. But I'm just going to have a short conversation with you about USD, Euro, Pound. People are, well, a bit short here, that's good. People are, okay, a bit shorting here and a bit shorting here, so people are at least starting to short again. Okay, that means maybe price going up. We also have Euro buyers coming in. Does that interest you? Maybe, but it would interest me most at 120. So for gold, I would say for you, what do you want to see and happen, Raj? For you, or also you, Coffee and Hardik, and all the others that is here. What do you want gold to do? Can you please tell me where do you want to go? Does it go up? Or does it go down? Where do you want it to go? We don't know if it's going to go there, but where do you think where do you want it to go? Not where you think it will go, but where do you want it to go? All right. In the meantime, I can wait for your answer. You think up. Coffee thinks up. That's an amazing thing to say, right? I really love that. Great. Why do you think it's going to go up, Coffee? Because Coffee answered and he's in a mentorship group. He should have a story or two for you of why you think it's going to go up. But also, my whole plan, my whole point is, you don't need a lot of well-founded answers to it. But yeah, okay, cool. So you think it's going to go up. What do you need to happen? What do you need to see for this one to go up? Any technical analysis? You want a higher high. Okay. Cool. Now, do we have a higher high? No, we don't. So we'll see that. Okay. Now we need to have a break of that one, but that also sets up the sell pressure down. The question is, when does the buyers come in? And I don't really have the answer to that question of my own. I only think that what we're going to do now is we're going to wait, we're going to see, and we're going to attack when the time comes. And we are like sharks, we are like lions, we are the best people in the world. That also means we're the best people in the world at technical analysis without any indicators. So the technical analysis is that we are still not generally in this period since 1st or whatever of August, since August, we still haven't reached above that. We still haven't reached about 18th of August. We still haven't above 1st of September, 15th, 5th of November, or 6th of January. So we have a lot of highs to clear out. And on the local level, 1860. So until that time, I will start buying. And will I short in this kind of environment? No. And I think if you are, if so, pushing it so far, you're pushing a train. In the end, that train will no longer be with you. It will just hit a wall, and sometime at one time, it will come flying up again. And are we going to see that kind of information where we just go, I don't know. Is it going to be a reversal? I don't know. But what I know about gold is it is very fast reversals of support. So I'm just going to wait for a higher high. And I do have some timings that needs to be discussed. 18th of January is the first potential. 25th of Jan it's the second potential for it to go higher. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's what I think. All right. Awesome. Then you said US oil rise. Okay. That's a bit different one. But why should gold go up? Policies, monetary policy, risk, low interest rates, and so forth and so forth. So there's a lot of reasons why it should go up. Right now, players are just taking it down for the fun of it. Okay, so what about US oil? First of all, we need to look at something here. That is the projected top. That is the most aggressive price you can get on the monthly basis at 147. 147 to 4250 marks the top. After that, it doesn't really matter. Now, what do you think is going to happen next? Let me say it again. The most aggressive buy was reached. The most aggressive target was reached for the month. Are you then going to be continue to buy? If you didn't buy 47, you didn't buy 48, you didn't buy 49, you didn't buy 50, but you're starting to buy when the top is already reached. Interesting. It can do two things. it can go lower, lower, low, which I am planning for. I will get that in a second. But it can also go high and then fall around 1st of February. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it might happen. So for this week, I'm thinking, all right, coolio. We're thinking up to 52.50. We are thinking potential to 53 and then down to 51, sorry. I think that's a bit too high, 50 and a half, sorry. I think it's a bit too high. I think we're actually going to go lower. So if we go back to monthly, what does this project? It projects all the way down to 48.60. Okay, that's what it can do. I don't know if it will do that, but that's what we're looking at. So how does that work with a weekly? It's a bit low. It's a bit low of that current. But what if it does this week? Then we are selling here again, and then we are back down here next week. Fantastic. So I would sell it this week, take profit, partial profit at 50.5, and then sell it again somewhere higher, and then take the full target at 40. What did I say? 47? 48, give or take. All right. Congratulations. Sorry, 48.50. Great. Amazing. Hi, RandomX. What's your plan about gold and GU? I said, yeah, you're looking for sales. That's very great. Awesome. You know, Goffy, you are such a brilliant trader. Welcome, winners. Just said that. Cool. Then, I've just gone through gold very briefly, and I'm only looking for buys on it, random. But if you want to sell, let's say you wanted to sell, what market conditions do you want to sell in? Okay. Is it price up to 1845? Is it price back up to 1827? Sorry. Are those prices what you really want? And then stop loss above 1857? Yeah, so I can see the potential up to 1835, yes. Potential down to 1800, yes. But as you can see here, we have consolidated for a full week because this week, this was too fast. A lot of traders, a lot of buyers took profit here, TP. And that's what has really made the sell great. Now, when are they going to start buying again? I don't know. But that's what's really happened in the market based upon the COT report. Meaning, whenever we hit a price again, they're going to take it up again. And I just don't know which price. Either 1800 or 1760. Only thing I do know is going to be ugly if we are standing in the way. 77, sorry. So if it reaches 1770, I would be happy. But yeah. Great. So gold, I'm looking for buys if it goes higher. On US oil, I'm looking for sells. I would like you to sell it only. GU. Okay. I have a couple of problems here. First of all, let's go through it. Sell, sell, sell. Buy. Okay. What does that mean? That means to me that we have rejected, 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 rejected. And we're now just in the middle of nowhere. Okay. This is then proceed to be a range because we now know new higher highs, we know no new lower lows. When did that happen? That happened here. There is where we started a range. And then you can say, but Ivan, we should sell it. Yes, okay. But what do you do then? You should sell the top, don't you? But would you sell a bullish pair, a pound that's very strong? Okay. If you really must, I can say 1360, 3650. Okay, great. That's the only price, but I wouldn't like to sell pound, dollar, or yen, for that matter. But your go ahead. I don't want you to be in better positions. I want you to be in better situations where we have a clear trend. We're just going lower. And frankly, this sell price is higher than last week's sell price. All right. So we haven't really moved lower. So this isn't a follow-up, which that's where I want you to sell. All right. Stop loss above previous high. Target to around 134. Let's see how it goes. Right? Boom. It's up to you. I wouldn't take it, but that's you. What's the other thing that we should be prepared for next week? Euro, I think I saw somewhere that, well, I didn't see that somewhere. I saw it on Norwegian news that, is it Pfizer, are going to slow down their vaccines. So there's slower vaccination until April because they have to redo their plant. They need to get a better productivity or production effectiveness, whatever, producing more dosage. What does that do with price? How does that kind of a news affect the market? A change in the quote unquote people getting better. I know. Yeah. All right, random X. Cool. Great. So for everyone that now replied, that is actually a change and a dollar bull move. It is a negative. It slows the opportunity for recovery. Coffee is really on fire today. Awesome. So that means dollar bull, euro, especially euro, fall, because euro and Norway was the one that was expecting to get less vaccines. Now, I'm not talking about the vaccine as a thing that we have to have, but it's just a general thing for the society and for the economics. And I don't know if there's any other news that is really going to rock the world. UK COVID cases are turning lower and showing the variants control. That can be pound positive, by the way. But also remember, as much as the COVID cases has risen, as much as the economic pressure has risen, the market hasn't responded to that. As is for pound, you guys have been in lockdowns. You guys have been having all these different controlled area like levels, and depending on which level you are living in, all those things, and it hasn't really been reflected in the market. Maybe now is the time to take only the positive side of it, but it has been increasing all fall of 2020. That is a concern for me, because if market turns and say, hey, what was really going on in that Britain thing? It doesn't really go so well because you guys have been really being messed up with lockdown. Are we going to take it up? Are we then going to take it lower? The other thing is Europe says that they are going to limit the reliance on dollar. Do you think that is strong dollar, or do you think that's strong euro? Have a thought on that one. If there is less demand for dollar, that might make it weaker. But I think it's a risk-off thing, so it's actually going to make the dollar more bullish because people are going to sell their euro to go back to a safe haven. All right, great. What else? What else? Is there any random pairs today? Like euro pound? Is there anything for euro pound today? Anyone at all? Like, I haven't seen people talking about euro pound for a long time. Do you know why we should be trading euro pound, or why we should trade euro pound at all? Because, as you might have seen, there's amazingly low profits here. There is 200, 135, 146 if you only took from top to bottom and you were the best trader in the world to see through. I would say only in the past week we have seen the euro fall and the strength pound the strength, and this has fallen. Is there anything that would make us think, this is such a great pair, has such a good trend, and I actually think just for the love of euro pound, it was in the sell zone and then fell. So if you feel like that's your pair, not really this time around. Aussie New Zealand, okay, still going higher, still finding support, and if you're still finding support, you would like to maybe take it down to 10768 and then higher. Euro New Zealand, okie dokie, yeah, okay. So Euro is weak, New Zealand is weak. Where is this thing going? Absolutely freaking nowhere. All right. So for Euro New Zealand, unless Walter and Kofi comes up with a master plan for Euro New Zealand, I'm only going to say there's no market here. Unless it breaks out and goes higher, great. That would be awesome. But apart from that, people, you guys just let it ride. Whatever it does, doesn't really matter. I have been requested one time to do USD yen, and I'm like, all right. Hey, people, look at that. I didn't know. Well, who did I tell that for? That was heartache. Didn't I talk about that? This is where you want price to come to, and then it goes higher, and then it got down there, and you had like an entry at 103.60, and then stop loss about 103.50. You should be proud on that one, bro. Well, it was better, not so good, but still better than nothing. And then you're thinking, well, this should go higher. Well, I don't know about that, but nevertheless, I can still make some predictions on this one. Awesome. I then just want to go back to Australian dollar, US dollar. Today in the mentorship group, I mentioned to everyone that was there. Okay, wait a while. Wait. I just gave you. Well, that's up to you guys, but if you find the information I give you today to be valuable, I would appreciate a like. I would appreciate it. But of course, I will take it in the end when everyone is like, oh, this is amazing. For Australian dollar, US dollar, I was thinking by here we will short. Okay, didn't happen. Okay. Then we would have to take you to disable notifications. We have to take you to disable notifications. I don't know if you heard my Telegram. I'm sorry. Wasn't planning to spam you with a Telegram. We were just thinking of selling it here. We're thinking of, okay, selling it here. Sell. Down. Got a bit above. Great. Do it again then. Now we're thinking, this should be the time. So 77.50 sounds like a good deal. Down to 76 sounds like a better deal. And great. We are thinking, I'm thinking as well, that as long as prices are below 75.50, we are good to go. Price could be met with the resistance at 76, support, sorry, at 75, and also at 73. If we now get a market crashing, we would maybe go down to 73, but I think a more appropriate answer would be 76 and so forth, and then see how far we can go. All right? Great. For everyone who's here right now, what is your what is your favorite pair to trade for, either for next week or forever, wherever? What is like your favorite pair? I don't know if you can say your setup maybe as well, but what is your most favorite currency pair to trade? Do you have like an absolute favorite? That would be very valuable for me to know. Because we also look at Australian dollar yen. It's almost the same thing, just has a lower low. We're thinking if it can come back up again, that would be amazing, and then down to 79.30. That would be great. Why? Because it made a lower low. That thing, great, whatever, it doesn't matter. But that thing closed here and they close here says to me we have downward pressure. The only question is, does it go higher first, then shorts, or does it just fall? I don't know, but in a couple of hours we will probably know. So for, yeah, probably good time there. Pretty good time there. Yeah. For the Canadian dollar, I am definitely seeing this seasonally going lower. I'm definitely seeing this as, what if this just goes down? Well, what do you need then? Well, I need a top. I need a lower low. And did I get it there? Yeah, I would say it broke, but it also broke before and it just got back up again. So that's the same situation. No, not really. Because this is really the support it's supposed to hold, and it sure didn't. The question now becomes, does it go up here to 81.85 and then falls? Or does it just fall straight off the books? I don't know which one it's going to get, but what I do know is you should be ready at 81.65 and 81.87. And if it doesn't, cool. And if it does, that would be an amazing opportunity. Hello, Marco Garcia. Grazie. No, it's not Grazie. That's Garcia. Welcome. I can't remember my Spanish at the moment. Sounds like a bit of Spanish. Maybe not. But yeah, cool. People want you to think a certain way. I want you to make your life pretty simple. I just set that price and that price as my entries. And I would put that as my stop loss. And I would put here as my target. Okay? Straightforward, straight easy. But the plan is, what have I done before that? How did I reach the conclusion of I think this is going to fall? That comes from experience. That also comes from a plan, and a noble plan of, what if this falls? Because you know what? It normally turns around January. And this one in particular is not necessarily very first one to fall, but when it falls, oh good lord, it does fall. So just have it on your map, just have it in your mind, just if, and then we shall see. For the euro yen, I've already done this for you. Made a strong lower low on Friday, and I'm thinking, what if it comes back up again? Well, back up to 126, back up to 126.20, with a stop loss at 126.58. I would be delighted if I was given that opportunity. The market isn't about finding the opportunity. The market is about creating the opportunity that you want to have. If you don't have the opportunity, there's no opportunity. But if you don't plan for the opportunity, you will never be able to find them. So, if I was making you say or think that this was an amazing buy opportunity, I know I didn't say that to you guys. If I said this was an amazing buy opportunity because it's a new higher high, then we would have lost a lot of money. But if I said that in 2021, January to March, price is going to fall. I don't know yet if that is actually true, if that's actually going to be honored. But at the moment, this is the opening price. around 126, and we're currently at 125.32. Even though it went higher, even though we have fallen this much, I still hand down to my I still hold on to my plan, because right now we have a new lower low. Technically, we are set for the lower side, but if that wasn't my plan already, I would have just ignored this lower low. So stay true to your plan, stay true to what you believe in, and leave the rest, because I have myself been in a situation where I'm selling, I'm buying, I'm selling, I'm buying. I don't know, just try to, well, it goes against you, goes, well, it's just a lot of mess. Okay. 141.20, 141.66 is if you want to sell it. I don't know if you should sell it. It is a top. There is a pullback potential. There is a place to put your stop loss above previous high at around 142.20. But I don't know if it's going to fall. That's up to the market. I can only control what I can do. That is placing my trades where I should be at those entry points. I should take my profits when the profit comes to profit target. And I should then sell it again as long as it goes lower. But as I'm trying to sell it here and it goes higher, I am then stop lossed. And I don't care if it continues higher because I'm already stop lossed. But if it does make a new lower low, like in these conditions here, I'm then going to sell the pullback. Could you tell me how the news affects the market? Would I appreciate it? Marco Garcia. I'm going to give you a very controversial opinion about that. Okay. There might be, I don't know if there's an Illuminati thing behind my theory at the moment, but I have come to the conclusion that news doesn't drive the markets. Market. It doesn't drive the market. Market drives the news. Okay. What does that mean? It seems to me, in my world of experiences, like it's a whole other brain thing that I've seen, is that when the market goes in a specific direction, it seems to me the news just becomes whatever the market wanted it to be. So, for example, currently, but I've also come to the conclusion that it is based upon what the central bank does. Central bank does. So, the news, so forth, is not only going to be positive, but generally over time is going to be positive. So it is going to be driving the market in a positive direction, because the central bank has put a lot of money into the market, and that is generally going to give good news. Generally speaking, the news drives the market. It creates volatility events. It creates opportunities to send the market in a specific direction within split seconds. But if the news is against the trend will in the end just continue no matter what. Let's take an example. Which year is that? That is 2019. It is it's December 6th. As you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 red candles. This is NFP, the most important news event for the market. But it was very positive. The news was very positive. It was fantastic news. But then dollar fell, dollar strengthened as if there was something wrong. The market moved down to just get a better buy position so that they can run the market back up again. Okay, how does news then affect the market? It doesn't really bother the market unless it is something fundamentally, something either it's the central bank, or it's the CPI, the inflation, or it's labor, it's unemployment. If that shocks the world, that can do something. But all the other news, if it says, oh, it does this, it's all manufactured in a way that it just fits. So I would say, in my conspiracy theory, is that the news is made based upon the market conditions, not the opposite. So the economy goes in the positive direction, also the currency goes in the positive direction, and it just doubles on each other. For example, we have had bad news, bad data points all of spring 2019, and we're falling, and I'm like, this is the end. And I'm thinking we're gonna go higher in the fall, from August to December. And I can't believe my eyes when it comes to the 3rd week of August, Australian dollar has been had bad numbers, and all of a sudden it rises. Price rises, and it's a fantastic, or it's a very good news event. I don't think CPI was better than expected something. And then we rose the rest of that fall. I'm like, really? I don't know if I remember correctly. That's what I at least believe. So let's see if I was correct. At least in my mind, I was correct. Okay, great. I do remember that then correctly. So we are falling, and I'm thinking in August we should rise. So we have at that point, let's call it June, August, or whatever, we have fallen 900 pips. 900 pips. And I'm saying we're going to go up again. And you can see here, August, generally speaking, August, 30th week of August, up to December, back 470 pips. Fantastic. Hi, why is Biden's stimulus announcement on bond yields down, but dollar index went higher? Any leads? Hi, Ahmad. Maybe I talk too much for people, but I will give you a lesson. The thing is, about this dollar thing, is that generally speaking, dollar is supposed to strengthen now in January until March. Generally speaking, especially January. Okay? That's what it does. It's just a thing of the year. So as you can see here, it went higher. As you can see, let's take that away. As you can see here, it goes higher from the beginning of the year. And here you can see it go higher from the beginning of the year. It's just a thing of the beginning of the year. Now, starts at least off a bit. The question is, what does Biden do? And what has this to do anything about the stimulus? Well, first of all, people, I must say, we have now fallen maximally 13% without any large pullbacks. It might never come. But we also have resistance up here at 92. The question then becomes, are the price so low it just has to breathe? So it has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with the stimulus checks, and it's nothing to do with the bond prices. It's just the market being too deep down. It is basically too expensive for the sellers to sell lower lows all the time. So take some profit, get the prices back up again, so we can start selling again. That's what I think is happening, basically. But the other thing is something called taxes. Biden is, so far as what I remember from the elections and stuff, is that they are pro taxes. They want to have more taxation on whatever for people, because somebody has to pay for the stimulus checks. It doesn't come for free. It doesn't come like raining from the sky of central bank. Central bank isn't a sky. It comes from someone, something, people, businesses in America. So for this one to rise now is absolutely perfect, absolutely planned for. And I have said that probably for a good couple of 3 months now that this is going to rise. I've expected that to happen. Have that in mind. So now that happens, I think we also know that there has been stimulus checks. Some of it went to savings. So it's not as positive as we wanted it to be. The effect wasn't as good as maybe we wanted it to be. But so far, there is a skyrocketing amount of money in the market. I think that has an effect. People are getting scared at the bottom. Are we going to go lower? Yes. Do you see anything others, particularly about this price? 90. I think that has some psychological effect, because the last time we were down here, we took a U-turn and back up again. Okay. Last time we were in this area, we took a U-turn and went lower. Last time we were in this market, we took a U-turn and went back down again. Ever since 2004, we have reacted to 90. It is not like it is not an area for weak people. This is a strong area of support and resistance for the past 16, 17 years. Great. Then we can breathe before we can get some more cells. But generally speaking, we have expected this, we have wanted this, and please join along and see how this plays out with me. I think we have good trade plans to come, and we have good outlooks to come. So I think, yeah. And if this now starts to making a lower low tomorrow, I don't care. My plan was to go higher, and we hadn't gone higher, so my plan has actually fulfilled itself. I'm happy. I got profits. Can you analyze BTC? I'm not the Bitcoin guy, but I can give you something here. I think BTC USD, Coinbase. Okay. What have I said earlier? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I have said that's a top. I have called this a top. That price. I've said that should happen either here, should sell from here, or sell from here. And we are lower by both prices. So, great. The top has so far come to conclusion. The other question is, are we now just going to go continue higher? I don't know. That's not my field. And my field is, this is overextended. We have reached the monthly target, and we might be in for a reset. Why are we in for a reset, you might ask? Because for every year, it just shoots up like a rocket ship. It has a correction. It is start of the year kind of thing, is if it's not already too low. It all depends on how it starts out. But back in 2018, back in 2020, it has had a correction in January. I'm not saying it's going to have that now, but I'm not saying I'm not going to invest now. It can go higher in perpetuity, and I was wrong. I don't care. The risk is substantially higher at the moment. Because why didn't you buy it down here at the buy price of 17,000? Why are you looking at it at 36,000? There's been so many buying opportunities before we reached 42, and it seems to me literally that this is actually a price where people are like getting out of here. Another thing about Bitcoin is that shorts and longs, people are coming more into shorts now. There's more contracts for shorts. We are actually, by the big banks, are actually net short. Does that have anything to do with your expectations of Bitcoin? Okay, cool. Great. 18,000 incoming. I don't know prices, but I have a true thing about seasonality to say. I don't care about Bitcoin, by the way. January has a tendency to make the tops and also create large pullbacks. Now we have seen a rise in Bitcoin, and in any market, we have seen the bust around now. The other thing is gold. This is the other opportunity for the same people, institutions. They took the price down to get a better buy price. I don't know which buy price they're taking down gold to, but what I do know is it is going to go higher. So I'm just waiting for the transition into gold, and then we will be, when there will be cheering, we'll be having fun, and around 21st, was it 19th of February, I will take profit. Around 19th of February, I will take profit. So if I'm holding it from today, that will be 1 month. And I will take profit. Let's see if I can take profit. I will take profit here. If I get into a buy position, I'm going to take profit there. Because the market isn't always about price. Yes, it is about price. But you have to take consideration into time, because that's also a thing that banks thinks of. Okay, what does bank thinks of? Prices. Okay, they think about whole numbers. 2000, 1950. Okay, they think about time. Market opens, market open, and close. That's something that they like. They also like midday. And they also seem to like extreme market conditions. When they have taken something so extremely high, it just has to come back. Well, there is a thing, I watched a YouTube video the other day about regression. That was maybe back in the 80s. But it seems to me banks still has that nudge, the need to revert back to mean. When it has been too fast, too much, it just has this, I need to be back to the mean. Let me see if I can find it for you. I have no clue. This might take some time actually before I can find it, and you might find it before I can even see it, because I have to talk and look at the same time. Regression. Yeah, please. Okay. Do you see anything in particular about this market here? That's at the extreme of the mean. That's the extreme of the regression. That's the extreme of the regression. And right now, we're just at the mean. We're just at the average. This is like a cozy place. So if we go back to the extreme again, we might be back to 70.75. But that's that. Silver within 2 to 4 weeks. Hi, Magnus. How about oil? I think oil is at high. I think we're going to go down. If you go back into this video, maybe in the beginning of this video, I have talked about that. Hi, Emmanuel. I hope everyone has seen my video from yesterday about the Weekly Forex Forecast. I'm just going to give it out to you right now, just to make sure that everyone sees it. I don't know if everyone has ever seen it before. And videos, check, that is that. And then we have from yesterday. And then apparently I can't give the link. Link. Maybe this is the link for it. Does that give you a link? I think that, yeah, so that's my thing on gold. Use oil, I'm thinking to go down. I think we're going down to 48.70, give or take, on the American oil. Australian dollar, US dollar, I'm thinking we're going to go lower. Yes, we are range bound, but I think we're generally going to go lower and before we go higher. I think this is a bit too extreme at the moment. We have seen these conditions before. We were like a bit too extreme, goes back up, comes back down again, so we can start buying it again. For euro, kind of the same thing. God loves sends me $5. Thanks you very much. I really appreciate it. Boom. Do you know what? God loves. Thank you. That actually hurt. That actually hits me. Deeply appreciate it. Wow, man. For everyone else, I think that euro is going to take a pullback and then going down, either down to 120 or 119. I'm thinking of 120 as the price, but maybe not. But I'm yet to be yes, it's yet to be discovered what market will do around that price. But yeah, give or take. Australian, well, New Zealand. Have we talked about New Zealand? Where we are making a new lower low, great, into buy price for the month, important. That was the first buy price, didn't work out. We're coming into the second one for the month. Does that influence your decisions? Yes, it does. But only going to make you think twice. Thank you and keep up the great work. I will, brother. I will. I will never stop. And for next week, I'm thinking either 71.80 or 71.60. And price going down to minimally 70.50. All right, great. What else can I help you guys with today? Any other pairs? I've done Aussie dollar, I've done euro dollar, I've done pound dollar, I've done gold. Silver is the same story about gold. We still need to come about this magical price of 25.84, and I am also on this one going to take profit at around 19th of February. That was 21st. Ripple or XRP? We'll sure do it. I don't know what the price will be, but I just know that that day I will take profit. Hopefully it will be a high. XRP, Ripple. Is that a correct one? Could just anyone confirm that that's a correct one, or is it a different one? Ripple has a price of 0.2775. As it gets $1. XRP USD. XRP USD. And there we have Coinbase. Okay. Yeah, you're dreaming. That is definitely a dream. I don't want to wake you up from that. There was a high, and now it's just in a range between something and somewhere. Trying not to make a lower low. And the high was 24th of November. Currently, we're just dying out of that, and it looks to me like a very. Oops, I forgot to take back the watermark. I think this is just a pure. Yeah, it's nothing. It's dead. Sorry. It doesn't move. It's a dead fish in the water. I wouldn't be trading that. That's not a market I would be in. I want a high above 1030, then we can start talking. But until that time, no, nothing. USD CAD, dollar CAD, I haven't really talked about that so much in this webinar, but I just want to say, what if we can get some USD dollar strength and CAD weakness? That would be amazing. And I can tell you that I would short it at a specific day. Okay. I will, if price is high, I'm gonna share with you a secret. Okay. For 2nd of April, it's a Friday, Saturday, around this time, 1st or 2nd of April, I'm going to short. I don't know where we'll be, but I just know that if we are going into a bullish trend, whatever the price might be, if we come into 1st of April, I'm going to short it. Isn't that an amazing thing? Do you have those trade plans? Does your guru have those trade plans? I'm telling you for free. Well, God still paid me $5 today. Thank you for that, for saying this. Does your guru tell you that what they're going to do 1st of April? 2nd of April? Can I blow your mind again? This is 2nd of April. 1st of April. Literally the high. If you just sold that day in the world of COVID and you still haven't taken profit, you'll be down, you'll be up 1,500 pips. Okay. If you, in the world of 19, I know this one didn't work out, but I'm sorry, you'll be 167 pips in profit potentially. You would see a higher high, and if you shorted it again at the same price, you might get 400, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in 2nd of April. 2nd of April, 2nd of April, 2nd of April. If you, in the world of 2018, you got 400 pips if you just took the time, went out of your bed, went on your phone, said, okay, I'm going to sell USD CAD, 2nd of April. I will do also Swiss. Can I get a like for that, people? Any applause? Anything? Like, or are we just... I think that's fantastic. But okay, cool. We'll see what happens. Great. Okay. Oh, great. We'll see. That wasn't even 1st. 2nd of April. 2nd of April. Okay, cool. Whatever. 2nd of April. This is there, yeah. Yeah, you got a like from me. Okay, so can anyone like write that down somewhere and come back to me and say, you did amazing or you did poorly? 2nd of April. If anyone remembers 2nd of April. Like if you guys are still alive, 2nd of April. Do you have that? Great. All right. So this is what people learn in my mentorship program, by the way. They already know this. They already know that thing. They already know that that's a day that they need to be on the charts. Australian Swissy. This looks like something to fall. Okay, great. First of all, good monthly. I've not been here for a while. Okay, great. So we have from November, we have been buying. The target for December was that price at 68,450. That's been reached in January. Great. We can see price being rejecting the bullish buy price. So aggressive has gone up to R1, has stopped this week, are we then going to go up to 69.50 before falling, or are we just falling? We can just fall, by the way. So if we are going to be such a good people, we're just going to see this short. Okay, 68.90 down to 68. I think we're going to go further. I think we're at least going to touch 67.50 before we have a pullback. How does that work with the monthly for you? Back down to this price, back up to 68.22, and then lower. Monthly target is 65. I don't know if that's going to happen though, but you know, we never know. It's just a start. Okay. Now everyone knows, and I'm going to make a very beautiful plan for you, and I can screenshot it, and I will take it to the group. Okay. So before 1st of February, back there, we're gonna see a price. Come. Great. And then screenshot. How does that work? Great. Copy photo, put it into my Discord channel, and good. Great. I just have to save it somewhere, so we all can remember that. Great. I lost you guys as well. Why 19th of February and 1st of April are significant dates, Ahmad? Why? I won't tell you. That's my secret. I need to have some secrets for myself. I don't want to tell everything. I'm just telling you that that's what happens. Why? Is that important? I tell you the why to my students, but should I tell it to you? Yeah. What if I have done research? I figure out that states where it changes direction. I might not be right. I might not be wrong. But it has to do with something. Is it behavior of the market? Is it central banks? Is it Illuminati? I don't know. Better find out that. But I just want to put it out for you to see if it works out. All right. If even 2021 is a year where things works out. The broad anonymous answer is actually it is how the system is created, like the structures of the market, the hidden financial structures of the market. And it's up to you of how you want to think of that. But yeah, I think that's how I would say it. Australian Swissy, we did that. Now, yeah, true. New Zealand Swissy, anyone? Anyone into a New Zealand Swissy that has already hit the market target for the month? Already come down here, probably going to go lower. Great. New lower low, great. Fantastic. That was a sell last week. This is probably sell this week at 74.50 and then going lower. Great. Okay, so we have 15 likes today. That's quite a turnout. We have people coming in today, and Ahmad has been very good. Good Loves has been the best today, as he has given me some tea and some coffee money. In Norway, a coffee is 40. That's $4 for a coffee. I don't know if the Starbucks coffee is $4, but give or take. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Someone needs to pay for my bills. I'm here to provide you with value I was never given myself. I'm here to provide value and ideas that is making you understand the market in a certain way. That means that all the indicators I've shown you today, only pivot points, is what I've used. I only use price action. I'm heavily reliant on seasonality. I'm heavily reliant on central banks. I'm heavily reliant on my own intuition of how the market is going to go. But it doesn't set me free from me needing to do the work, setting the limits, to sell limits, to buy limits, to buy orders, sell orders every single Sunday. I have come from a place of desperation, of not understanding what the market is doing, and always going against me. It still goes against me. But I've come to a place where stop losses aren't a trouble anymore. I do lose money, but I don't care, because I've lost so much already. Back in December, November, December, I have a 10,000 pip period. I bought every single day on the dollar pairs and yen pairs as long as they were bullish. Every single day. And I started buying 4th of November and it stopped 3rd of December. Once I got the market conditions I wanted, I was unstoppable. I started buying at 17.20 here, and I took profit here. Already we are already lower than that price. So even though price went a bit above 200 pips up, don't care. That was the top. Here we started saying this is going to fall. I have prepared my mentorship students, I've prepared you guys sometimes. This was the place to start selling. And now we are come true. Even this year's prediction is coming true. That's coming true. That is coming true. And I have been right 100% about the direction. Might not be so good on the entries, but still, nevertheless, I don't really care. But in the end, I win. Australian dollar, same thing. Started buying down here, bought all the way until here. Price is a bit higher now. I don't care because I still have the direction correctly. You never dream of 10,000, but it's my reality. That's where I want you to come. I don't. Well, let's put it differently then. What would you say if you got an order that gave you 500 pips? If you were here, there's videos on YouTube saying, this is where I will start buying. And if I gave you an order and you took profit here, what if you took profit here instead? So 400 to 500 pips per order. It is not magical. I prepared the YouTube community for those who were there. And it was just to catch the free fruit that was offered to you. Okay? So, as I am today here for over 1 hour, I do have something else to do today. I just want to leave you guys with that. I was once miserable. I have never had a mentor. I never had any system. I have been scammed. Bot trading, binary trading, money managers, breakout strategy, candlestick strategy. What else are you guys using? Moving average strategy. Everything failed. Bollinger Bands. And the worst of them all, RSI. I hate RSI. It's despicable. It should be burned in the place where they never sees the sun again. RSI is the worst thing that's ever been made because I've lost so much money to it. Trend lines, I hate trend lines. It doesn't tell you anything because if I told you here where I took profit that is going to fall in January, there's nothing on this chart that says here is going to fall. By the way, it didn't go so well. Doesn't matter to me. Because if I am down here, 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 or here, I have won. Because I won up here, and I think I'm going to win down there. RSI doesn't tell you that. MACD doesn't tell you that. Moving averages doesn't tell you that, but your brain tells you that. You, as the experts, tells you that. Your plans tells you that. And then if it doesn't work out, come back next year. Try again. Maybe change your plans. But you have a whole year until next year of 1st of January. Next year, 1st of January is gone. But then I can tell you guys, 1st of Feb is coming. 1st of March is coming. 1st of April is coming. And there's only opportunities. Boom. CAD Gen. Godlove says 90% luck. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will start saying all the times I was right and see if that was luck. CAD Gen, I only see to sell side, mostly down to 79.50. That's our whole strategy. Sell, 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 take profit. We have now come down to this price, and I think either for this week, either 81.85 or either 81.80 or 81.60 is a price to sell from. Partial take profit at 81, and then 75.50 at the rest. Cheers. Platinum seems to me that it's going higher, that I've predicted higher. Great. We have already found the buy. We have apparently found the top, and it's now falling. But I think generally speaking, this one's going to go up anyways. So we might have a dip now, but then going higher later on. I don't really understand how this works, but I think it's generally speaking of inflation. And inflation is going to take this one higher eventually, either now or later. Great. Boom, people. I see you tomorrow. And oh, wait. First of all, give this thing a like and a comment if you, when this thing is over. And then if you want to join my Discord channel where I can help you every single day with your questions and everything, you can join that. And if you want to join my membership group, there is ivanfx.com. And if you don't want to, great. Here's something free. I'm also giving you something free today. And I hope that you will make money. I will buy the dollar and I will buy the yen. I will sell oil. I will try to buy gold if that ever happens. Until next time, don't risk money, you can't afford to lose. And boom. Have fun.